Perek Chav Ches Mishnah Zayin. Sholosh al Sholosh Omru, this famous little piece of cloth which is 3 etzbois by 3 etzbois, which is able to be Makabel Tumah. This shear is Chutz Min HaMolol Devei Rabbi Shimon. The molol, when you weave a little piece of cloth, very often you leave at the edges of the cloth just threads which are not woven, just loose threads going in one direction only, for instance, just the chassis, just the warp. Says Rabbi Shimon, the 3 by 3 etzbois must be excluding those threads. You cannot count those threads within the shear of the sholosh al sholosh. And the Chachamim say sholosh al sholosh mechuvonos. It doesn't make a difference. They're being machmir, and they say that 3 by 3 etzbois includes those threads that only have the chassis, only have the warp, which is a chumrah. Next, we've got this little patch. Now we're going to deal with this patch. You stick it on you patch it on, you sew it onto a beged to cover a hole. So now these two things are mechuber. How much of the patch has to be sewn on to the beged in order to regard these two begodim as being mechuber, i.e. if one is tummy, the other one becomes tummy with it? Obviously, if you patch it on all 4 sides like a normal patch, close up the hole and sew it around all 4 sides, poshut is mechuber. Says the Mishnah, Tloy ala beged, you stick it onto a beged meruach achas. Just, the patch has got 4 sides. Let's call them north, east, south and west. If you just patch it on the east side, on one side only, so it's like a flap, 3 sides are unconnected, ein a chibur. It's useless and is not considered to be mechuber. If you do 2 opposite sides, one on the top, one on the bottom, one on the right and one on the left, then that's firm, that will stay. That's called a proper chibur. What happens if you just do an L shape, asoy kamin gam, which is an L shape, just do the north and the east side, so you've just got 2 sides, it's the other 2 unconnected are a little bit of a flap, which are a bit loose. Here, Bekiva Matama, he says 2 sides is enough, even though it's an L shape. The Chachamim Matarin, and they say, no, that's not called connected. And if one is tummy, the other one remains tar and does not become tummy with it. Omar Rabbi Yehuda. Going back to the first case, when we said, if you just connect one side, the Mishnah said that it is not mechuber. Says Rabbi Yehuda, B'med var mamurim, when do we say this betalis when we're dealing with a piece of cloth, like we have a talis we wear on Shabbos and wear for tefillah, where you could theoretically wear it any way you liked, and then if you stick on a patch which is only connected on one side, of course it's useless because 3 sides are unconnected and the flap just opens. Avol b'choluk, but for instance, if you have a shirt which has got sleeves, you can only wear it one way, you can't wear it upside down. Then, milmalon chibur, if the one side which is connected is the top, here's your square, and you only connect the top side, and the bottom 3 sides are unconnected, but because it's the top, it's a chibur because it doesn't open. Umilmaton and a chibur, and then the other sides, then the din is one side isn't connected. With a talis, where you can wear it in any direction, there, wherever you mechaber it on one side, that's not a chibur. But with a choluk, where you have to wear it, there's a top and a bottom to the garment, then if you mechaber it only on one side, if it's the top side, then the flap lies covering the hole, and therefore it serves a function, and that's called a chibur. And next.